Sunday, time for my mental health vlog, and y'all, I am so silly because I just had to change my shirt because I was wearing the same shirt that I wore last Sunday, and I just could not be in my vlog in the same shirt 2 weeks in a row. That just would not do. So I had to change my shirt. Sorry this is a little bit late today, but I just woke up from a nap. I guess I passed out a couple hours ago and my boyfriend was still here and he was getting ready to leave and he packed up and gave me a kiss and left. I vaguely remember him leaving and I think I said, "I'll walk you out," and that just never happened. So 2 hours later I woke up on the couch. Let me transition right into the fact that I have not gotten my testosterone yet. Insurance has still been fighting with the doctor and the pharmacy. I can't get them all on the same page. The doctor says they've sent everything that they need to send. The pharmacy saying the insurance company is still not approving it. They still need information from the doctor. So unless I get a conference call with all three of them on the phone at the same time and be like, "Y'all figure this shit out," I'm just kind of in a holding pattern. So hoping that when I do get on that testosterone, it'll help my my sleep a lot and my ability to stay awake in the afternoons a lot, along with a long list of other issues that I'm having. But anyway, I digress. So how was your week? I hope you're doing well. If you're in the Northwest, I hope you're staying as cool as you possibly can. I'm really, really worried about y'all. I've got so many friends and some family up in the Northwest, and a lot of people around the country say, well, 100 degrees or 105 degrees is not that big of a deal. You need to understand that people in the Northwest, a lot of those houses, a lot of the apartments, a lot of the housing does not have air conditioning. So when it gets into the 80s, 90s, it's uncomfortable. But when you get into the hundreds and you maintain that heat for a couple of days, people are going to die. Power grids can't handle it. Well, the power grids can because they actually use power from all over the U.S., like smart people, as opposed to people here in Texas that have ERCOT. That's a whole different vlog. But I'm very worried about the people in the Northwest. So please stay cool as much as you can. Take care of your pets. And I'm worried about you. So much love y'all's way. The car is totaled. If y'all follow me on Facebook, y'all know that. The car is totaled. Luckily, it turned out I was not upside down. I really believed I was. I believed the value of the car was much less than what I owed. And the insurance guy was like talking about what he wanted to do next. I'm like, well, he said, well, we're just going to send you a check. I'm like, well, you're not going to send me a check. I've got gap coverage. You just send the check straight to the lender, the lost payee on the vehicle. And he said, oh yeah, we've got that. I'm talking about what's left. I'm like, there's something left? Okay. So it was not as much as I thought he had said initially, but it was, I think I got a check for $2,600, which will help with the down payment to a new car. My boyfriend's been huge in helping me pick out a new car because he knows how much I hate the car shopping process. So, he sent me a link to all these, mid-size SUVs similar to what I was driving, and went through the links, picked out a couple, decided to test drive a couple on Saturday, thinking that this would be the first test drive weekend of Mini, because no intention of buying the vehicle right away because there's still other stuff to figure out. And so Saturday we went and test drove some cars, and we went with my son because I wanted him to be involved in the process. I wanted him to feel like he had a say in this decision I was making, and I really wanted his opinion. So we did drive two vehicles, which was the plan. I did not expect to really like a vehicle this early on in the game. So much so that we've already decided on what to get. So now there's just finance and finding the right one, because it's a very popular vehicle and there are not a lot of inventory. There's a shortage of vehicles all over the U.S. right now, so it's very hard to find the one we want. But we'll figure it out. But it was exciting to have my son involved in that process, and the fact that we all came to the same conclusion without really comparing any notes until the end. It was pretty cool. Other good news this week is I've been working on a project with a friend of mine that I've had since elementary, middle school, and love her to pieces. We actually dated for a little while in high school. Had a little bit of a rough patch after the breakup and me coming out as gay and all that kind of stuff. But that rough patch didn't last too long, and I'm thrilled that she is still such a huge presence in my life because I love her to death. She and I have been working on a project for a while, almost a year and a half now, or maybe at least a year, a little over a year. And it's done, and I can finally talk about it. We did a children's book together. I wrote it, she illustrated it, and it was a lot of work, and a lot of collaboration. But I'm just so happy with the final outcome, and we filed it for copyright I filed it for copyright on Wednesday, I think, and we're looking at publishing options right now. So I'm very excited. So stay tuned. If I can get my hand on some hard copies, I will be, signing a couple for people who want them. But I'm not quite sure how we're going to do distribution and sales yet. So I don't know. But that's taken a lot of mental capacity this week. My brain has been really stretched this week. I had a big project at work on Friday that came to fruition. The person at work who I'm replacing retires in 3 days, and I'm not going to have her as a resource anymore. So with me trying to absorb as much as I can at work, dealing with the car accident, dealing with the book, dealing with some other financial issues with my ex, my brain has I can finally figure out why I needed a nap today, because I think my brain has just been stretched so thin this week, and my body was like, you need self-care, we are inducing a nap. It makes sense now. It really does. I mean, not that I need an excuse for a nap because I love naps, but it makes sense. And I have a huge order this week for my Etsy job. So it's so big that I'm thinking I might need to close my shop for a week or two just to get caught up so no new orders come in, because I'm afraid that they will be late. It's huge. So I might try and get some work on that tonight. So I've been busy. I've been stressed. But I've been holding on. And I've been making it through. I've been enjoying the time I have with my son. I've been enjoying the time that I have with my boyfriend. We've been talking about future plans. There's a lot happening right now, and I think it's all for the better. New vehicle, getting the book published, talking about moving at the end of the summer. All good things. It's time. It's time for some good things. Last week I talked about the fact that I was so tired of the things I cannot change being so shitty. So it's this time. Just goes to show that sometimes in life you have to pay your dues. Sometimes in life you have to trudge through the mud for a really long time before good things happen. Sometimes good things happen and you still have to trudge through the mud until better things happen. Keep trudging. Hopefully it'll get better. I feel like I'm starting to. Alright, guys. I love you. I know I really didn't have a theme this week, so just take it for what it is. Check on your friends. Go out to dinner. Have a drink. Enjoy life. Check on your family. Travel to visit them. I'll be doing that in a couple of weeks. Pretty excited about that. Check on yourself. Make sure you're doing okay. If you need a nap, take a nap. If you need a haircut, get a haircut. If you need some time to yourself, take some time to yourself. Make sure you're taking care of you. All right, guys. I love you. And I will check in with you next week. Last weekend of Pride, so happy Pride. Bye, guys.